What's up, y'all? It's Dee, and this is Healing Out Loud, the MAMALICIOUS edition. Mm, welcome, welcome. So, I'm taking an entire episode to celebrate my first year of motherhood, okay? I am so proud of what this year has looked like for me. Like, motherhood is a whole hood, okay? um, because it gets real thuggish, ruggish out here. But in reality, like when I look back at my first year of being a mom, I am just so grateful. I'm so full of gratitude. My village, like who shows up every day, who makes me feel seen, who whoever, just even if it's like the smallest amount of positivity on a certain day, like I am so thankful for you. Anyone who held my hand through something, anyone who asked me how I was doing, anyone who showed me grace or understanding in situations that I was having trouble navigating. Like, y'all are the goats. I am so thankful for my village. I get emotional around this time of year anyway, but now April, first of all, has so many birthdays of so many loved ones. So Taurus season is already a turn up for me. Um, but not to mention that, like, my son was born. My son was born on April 20th, and I've been a mom for a whole year, y'all. Like, I am so excited. We are celebrating his first birthday by way of Easter egg hunt. So he's having a dinosaur egg hunt for his birthday party, which is really cute because I like to do stuff with the family that's like family activities. Like we play a lot of games. We'll pull out phase 10, we'll like dance. Like it's a very active kind of socializing in our family. So I have decided that I'm going to be the auntie in charge of all the kids stuff. Like put me in charge of Easter, put me in charge of Halloween, put me in charge of Valentine's Day for the kids. Like let me be that girl. And arts and crafts, artsy fartsy stuff is so up my alley. So like me and my nieces do a lot of stuff in the summertime that I cannot wait to incorporate my son into now. Like it's just a vibe over here. I'm floating. I'm floored. Motherhood in the first year by no means has been like easy. None of this has been easy, but fulfilling is definitely a word I can use. I can definitely say that how I feel and what my life looks like when I am still and present. Oh my goodness, praise God. When I am still and present and I stare at my beautiful home and my beautiful son and my amazing partner. Like this is exactly what I prayed for. I'm surrounded and immersed in some really loyal, unconditional, pull up on you if you need me to kind of energy. I love my family, my chosen family, my village. I love you all. I hope a lot of you see this. I'm so grateful. Thank you to the internets, y'all. And I asked my Instagram followers to ask me questions to answer because I feel like it's really easy for me to talk about how I feel and my thoughts, like because of what's on my heart that day. And sometimes that's a rant, okay? I want to be of service as well. So I asked Instagram to send me some questions to answer here while I introduce what I'm talking about today. One of my followers says, "What was it like finding out that you were pregnant?" Um, Not surprising. You ever sip tea on yourself? Ooh. When I texted my best friend, she instantly responded with, "Oh, you hella pregnant. Them lines blue blue." And I was like, why are you like this? I found out after Labor Day weekend, I was on my ass like real bad on Saturday. And then Sunday we went to my dad's house for a barbecue. And my stepmother was like, "Are you pregnant?" And I was like, okay, see, a lot of times they be right. So I was like, I don't know. I don't feel pregnant, whatever the hell that means. So like, yeah, it was kind of cool, kind of like, whoa, that is just like that, huh? Like you go from not to something in the blink of an eye. Um, but I was happy. I was like, cool, let's do it. In every aspect of what pregnancy means between a mother and a baby. That was my favorite part of pregnancy, was just like the connection between me and my child, nurturing a life, having, oh, this sounds really dark, but it's so true, guys. Like having a purpose, having the purpose that made sense to me. Finding out I was pregnant was really great and fun as far as like my body was concerned. There were stressful factors, and I feel like I cannot wait to be pregnant again in solitude. Okay, another follower asked me, how do you identify with yourself now that you are a mother? What parts did you keep? What parts did you reform? And what parts did you let die? That is a good question. Oh, wee. I have an announcement, y'all. I have an announcement. Delicious is dead. Delicious is dead. I know who created, what place I created Delicious from. Delicious was that alter ego that was like that girl. Like Delicious is a woman who took some intention, put some intention behind her look, behind her walk, behind her entire energy. There's intention of feeling and conveying a certain level of confidence, but then a certain vibe along with it. And any woman could be licious to me. So like delicious just works for me because y'all know me, I'm also a foodie. That was just an embodiment of my pure energy. People can make fun of it, people can talk whatever they talk about it, but at the end of the day, you're gonna be calling me delicious, okay? There's things about delicious and how she got there though that like that I don't identify with anymore. Like delicious also needed validation from different places, and when I stopped deciding I needed validation from those places is when I really started fucking with myself. Truth of the matter is the people that I was seeking validation from didn't even like my aesthetic. They didn't even really like me as I show up, who I am, which means you're not part of my divine purpose. So when I think about, being a former people pleaser in certain aspects, and then moments where I've been angry. Delicious was also angry. Delicious was angry. Delicious was rooted in trauma. Delicious channeled energy from a place of survival. And the person I am now chooses to channel energy through thriving, right? I don't survive anymore. I thrive. I am thriving. Okay. There's no room. If I'm being honest, there's no room for delicious in my life. Now, what she represents is an energy that I will carry with me no matter what I'm resonating with. I want everyone to feel beautiful as is. I want everyone to feel enough because we are. Whatever I choose to be, how I get to that deliciousness may change and be different, but the message at the end of the day is the same. However I show up that day, the fact that I showed up that day, the fact that I keep going, and the fact that I try to do it with my head in the air is the whole vibe, the only vibe, and the one vibe. And it's also what got me through the hardest parts of motherhood. My resilience of, okay, but also my ability to take accountability. Like, I'm resilient in saying, like, this is not going to defeat me. My obstacles are not going to define me. My circumstances are not going to define me. Like, that's still true. But you need to accept that things are different. And once I accepted that things were different and they would never be the same again, my life got so much easier. And when I realized that all I cared about was being a great mom to my son and what my son thinks of me, the validation I get from him, his father, my family, that is the validation I seek now. That is what keeps me going because it is so much more fulfilling than what Delicious was bringing me. So we've graduated. I my new alter ego, my new identity is now MAMALICIOUS. But yeah, like that's the new identity. That was the new identity crisis. That was the whole in a former episode of Postpartum Uncut, I talked about the identity crisis and it was because like how I get dressed, how I feel about myself, like how I used to make myself feel good does not resonate with me in this body. And it's not because of anything other than it's from a place rooted in something that doesn't serve me anymore. When stuff doesn't serve you anymore, be okay with letting the old you die. Let the old you die and receive what blessings the new you can get, okay? Just trust the process. It's beautiful over here. I have no regrets. I know how I got here. I know how we got here, and we're still working. Okay, so I am actually really excited to share something with you guys. Motherhood has been a whole ride so far, and I am only 10 seconds into this thing, but I am here to change the way we view it. Because before I got here, motherhood felt like I don't know, it was like that club you didn't really okay, everybody's part of it, like it's not nothing to get hyped about. But then like once you get here, you're like, I did some stuff. We should be a little bit louder about motherhood. We should be celebrating moms way more than we do. We're going to sit here and do all this healing. Let's celebrate the good stuff. Let's celebrate the journeys that brought us here, right? Okay, so I used to think it was really corny to wear like mom stuff all the time. I also have been struggling with my wardrobe and what being a true boy mom means for me. It means comfort. It means trying not to sacrifice my cuteness for the sake of comfort. Like I am trying to find that level of deliciousness within boy momdom. So, anywho, if you are on the go all the time, if you're a busy mama, you know that it's all about comfort, versatility, and cuteness. It's a triple threat kind of thing. So, I have created something that helps us support each other, that helps us celebrate each other, that helps us remind each other to show up whatever way we can show up, just be there, just be present, and to celebrate that moment of consistency. Motherhood requires so much consistency, and it requires you to be a different version of yourself if you're not already consistent. Without further ado, I bring you Mamalicious. Okay, so let's talk about it. I created this shirt as the ultimate cozy tee. Okay. First of all, it is so much softer than I thought it was going to be. Like when I was picking garments, I was like, it has to be soft. It has to be soft. It has to be soft. Minimal effort, maximum impact. In real life, I love this shirt because it is. It's the ultimate cozy tee. It's soft AF. It's not fleece lined. It's actually just cotton. So it's really breathable and lightweight. I'm wearing this in April. Okay. It's very comfortable. Um, it also has a cool feature. It has pockets. It has pockets. It has pockets. Um, yeah, it's the ultimate mom tea up in here. I can't wait to like run my errands in this mug and be like, "What is Mamalicious?" And then be like, "It's the moot." Okay. What becoming Mamalicious has taught me is that it is great to embrace transformation. It's great to move forward without fear. It's great to embrace all the versions of yourself. I'm ready to celebrate. I'm ready for moms to take back their power in the sense of not feeling defeated by their circumstance because this is the life that we chose, where that is absolutely true. However, we still require maintenance. We still require sensitivity. We still require it to be handled with care. And we need to teach people how to treat us. So we're going to start by loving on each other. I have discovered that moms really are the best friends that other moms have because you don't understand it until you get here. You don't really have true empathy for it until you get here. And instead of passing along the like, oh, you got to pay your dues energy, I want to empower women to move forward with when they get pregnant, to move forward without fear, to be prepared for transformation, be prepared for change, and set fair expectations without being negative. We can set fair expectations without perpetuating the same energy that other people gave us. I want to share it. I want to share it with other moms because they're the ones who inspired me. Other moms are how I survived. Other moms got me through my first year of motherhood. I am so here to celebrate motherhood before Mother's Day. Okay. The best lesson that motherhood has taught me is grace. And it's crazy because we give our children so much grace because they're children. They just got here. Like you can't expect a 2-year old to know how to process emotions, right? So we tell them like, "Oh my goodness, I know you're upset, but this is how we handle this," or whatever. Like when we're really giving our kids grace, it's really just advice that we need to take ourselves. Like, hey, you've never done this before. You haven't been a human for more than 10 seconds, right? So it's going to take some time to learn how to do things. And how do we teach our kid to learn things? We have them practice. So like, what does Miss Rachel say? Like, you can do hard things. Grace, as far as the level that we give our children, that unconditional love, like, oh, you spilled juice on the counter. It's okay. I still love you. Learn how to hold your cup better next time. Like, why do we not talk to ourselves like that? As a mom, I've learned that that same grace that I give my son is the same grace I need to give my damn self. Once you get over it with yourself, then it's easier to give it to other people. Also, little tidbit for those of you who don't know, I did start a podcast with my best friend on YouTube called Postpartum Uncut. And it is a little roadmap of the journey that we have taken this last year. Gives you a little bit more insight about some of the things that I was dealing with personally right after having a baby and things that we didn't know about. And we felt like postpartum needed to be a bigger discussion. So we created this channel, Postpartum Uncut, on YouTube. There's a link provided. Um, Check some of that stuff out and let me know what you think. And in the comments today, I would like you to tell me what makes you feel mamalicious or someone you feel like is mamalicious and why you think they're mamalicious. Like, what attributes of the mothers you admire embody mamaliciousness? So let me know. This has been fun. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. If you are new here, make sure you like and subscribe so you can be a part of the conversation. From here on out, we are healing out loud because we almost died in silence. Bye.